Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I am diving into the 2025 horror comedy movie Heart Eyes, directed by Josh Rubin and starring Mason Gooden. This movie is a unique blend of horror and romantic comedy, and I am very excited to share my thoughts on it. But before I jump into the review, make sure to hit that like, share and subscribe button, and make sure you tick the notification bell as you never then miss an update. So, Heart Eyes is about Allie McCabe, played by Olivia Holt, an advertising executive who teams up with freelancer Jay Simmons, played by Mason Gooden, to create a Valentine's Day campaign. But things take a dark turn when they become targets of the Heart Eyes killer, a masked murderer who strikes every Valentine's Day. The killer's signature look includes a mask with glowing heart eyes, adding a creepy yet whimsical touch to the character. As Allie and Jay try to stay alive, they must unravel the mystery behind the killer's identity and motive. Now, I am not going to reveal who the killer or killers are. You will have to go and watch the movie for yourself, but the reveal is actually pretty epic, with some pretty incredible kill scenes in that final act. Now, this movie really takes the audiences on a roller coaster ride of laughs, scares and romantic moments. The blend of horror and comedy is evident throughout the movie, which made it a fun and entertaining watch for me, but I don't think it's going to be for everyone. When there were scary moments or kill scenes, they were on point, and when it was the funny moments, I found myself laughing out loud. Now, in my opinion, that is very rare to do. At least it is, for me, because I'm not somebody who is a massive fan of comedy in horror films. It has to really have the right ingredients for it to work for me, which I do feel that this movie had. However, I do have some pros and cons about this that I will delve into in just a moment. But first of all, I do want to talk about, what does really work in this movie. Now, I feel that the blend of horror and the romantic comedy, it is quite a nice, fresh take on the genre, especially because it's set on Valentine's Day, so it feels quite different. But the film's humor is, it's spot on, with plenty of witty dialogue and hilarious moments that will keep you entertained. The supporting cast, including Devon Sawa and then Jordina Brewster and Michaela Watkins, they really shine and they do add a lot of energy to the movie. But one of the biggest standout moments for me is definitely the opening sequence. It really is an absolute standout. The kill scene is brutal, yet at the same time hysterical. So it combines, that teen ultra violence with a savage takedown of the influencer culture that we live in today. It really does set the tone for the movie, and in my opinion, it is one of the most memorable kills that I have seen in recent slasher history. And that is a bold statement. The visual design of the Heart Eyes killer is also a highlight. You got the mask, with the glowing heart eyes. It's both playful and quite terrifying in certain moments of the film, and the night vision feature adds a unique twist during a scene where, the lights are out and then the Heart Eyes killer, he's walking around and he can see all of the victims hiding, behind the couch or behind the curtain, because the Heart Eyes killer has night vision in those heart eyes things, which I thought was pretty cool and quite different to what we've seen before. The killer's scenes are well executed, in my opinion, with suspenseful and creative kills that really do keep you on the edge of your seat, with not too many of those silly jump scares. The pacing of the film is quite well balanced, I thought, with the right mix of romance, humour and the horror. The story does keep you engaged from, the very start to the very end, and the transitions between the different tones I felt were quite smooth and most of the time natural. The cinematography in the movie is visually appealing. I mean, the film makes great use of lighting and colour to create a contrast between the romantic and the horror elements elements. The scenes with the Heart Eyes Killer are shot with this sense of urgency and tension, while the romantic moments, they're very much warm and inviting, which sometimes gets you a little bit nervous because you're there and you're thinking, this is a horror film, that Heart Eyes Killer is going to pop up at any moment, and it's moments like that that actually really adds something special to the movie. Now, I want to talk about what doesn't work as well, because let's face it guys, all movies aren't perfect. So while Mason Goodin is undeniably handsome and has a knack for delivering jokes, his chemistry with Olivia Holt isn't quite as electric. Their romantic connection feels very forced at certain times. I mean, as individual characters, they did an absolutely incredible job, and I do feel that they both had their moments to shine at different stages of the movie. But as for them together as a part of this romantic storyline, it just didn't do it for me. The horror elements, while they were entertaining, they are somewhat limited. Most of the scares are contained within a single location, or it kind of just relies on like this single weapon, which limits the creativity of the kills. I mean, after the incredible opening sequence, the film never quite reaches that same level of inventive carnage. Not until the very, very final kill of the movie, which I won't spoil for you, but I thought that it was absolutely brutal and gory, and I freaking just loved that final kill. There's also like this sort of massacre scene at the drive-in movie, which I felt could have been done a lot better, and it could have been like this amazing bloodbath sequence, but it was just a little bit bland, and more really could have been done. I think, maybe they were waiting and saving for a lot of the bloodbath moments in the very final act, which we did end up getting. But when the Heart Eyes Killer is walking into the drive-in, I was just sitting there thinking, oh my god, this is going to be friggin' epic. I was like, rubbing my hands, getting myself ready. I thought it was going to be just total carnage and it's going to be really, really memorable. The blood is going to be flying through the air. And it just wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. Now, I felt that this movie does lean way too heavily on the comedic elements, which, prevents the slasher's moments from feeling truly threatening. Now, I wish the film had just balanced the horror and the comedy slightly better, allowing the killer to bring in more genuine horror while letting, the comedy moments shine through the rest of the characters. Now, as I was saying earlier, this movie did have the right ingredients to, keep me engrossed in this movie. But the comedy side definitely does outweigh the horror side. However, it didn't stop me from enjoying the movie, and it's not going to stop me from wanting to go back and rewatch, because I really, really do. So despite this being a slight negative, it didn't ruin the movie for me. I mean, it could be a huge negative, and ruin the movie for other horror fans who really don't like, comedy and horror, but I was actually okay with it on this occasion, and once again, that is extremely rare. Mason Goodin as Jay Simmons, he brings his signature charm and wit to the role. He's likable, he's really, really fun to watch, but as I mentioned earlier, his chemistry with Olivia Holt's character, Ali, it does feel a little bit off. Now, Olivia Holt, she does a good job as the, ambitious and determined advertising executive, but her performance, in my opinion, could have benefited from stronger character development. Now, Mason Goodin, in my opinion, is definitely the standout in this movie, and I feel that this is his best role that I've seen him in since the Scream movies, and I really, really hope to see a lot more of him in Scream 7, because, in my opinion, Mason Goodin, he really is an amazing actor. I feel like he's really starting to rise and show now his potential. So yeah, I want to see more of Mason Goodin. So overall, Heart Eyes is a fun and unique movie that successfully blends the horror and the romantic comedy. It's not perfect, but it's a great start to a potential franchise. Yes, I actually went there and I've just said franchise because I can see many sequels coming out after this movie. It's just one of those films that I know it's gonna be around for a while yet. Now, the film's humor, creative kills, and the engaging story makes it an enjoyable watch, especially for fans of both of those genres. I am going to give Heart Eyes a very juicy 8 out of 10, which in my opinion is a brilliant score for a modern day slasher movie. Guys, make sure you go and watch it. If you're looking for that light-hearted Valentine's Day movie with a twist and a bit of horror, then this might just be what you need. It's a movie that doesn't take itself too seriously and offers a good mix of laughs and thrills. I think most people in the horror fandom are going to enjoy this movie. Okay then guys, that is a wrap. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more movie reviews. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on the movie Heart Eyes and let me know which movie you would like to see me review next. And on that note guys, I'll see you all in the next video.